Can you make real money shopping for other people's groceries? That's what the Instacart app promises. To learn more, I connected with Kevin Lacombe of Minneapolis, Minnesota. He's earning $2,000 a month from Instacart, all on the side from his day job. Stick around to hear firsthand how being an Instacart shopper works, how much you can make, and to see if it's the right side hustle for you.
I remember on your site it said, just pick one of the 243 in the list. And so I said, well, all right. I went with Instacart, and I went online, downloaded the app, and applied with them. I went through the background checks and the vehicle checks and driver's license things, and got accepted in about a week and a half. And they sent me the debit card and the lanyard that you use, and then I had everything else on the phone on my app. So I was off to the races. I typed in the hours I wanted, as far as the schedule goes, and got my first order on a Saturday and February 4th, and started going.
Okay, so you're doing this middle of winter in
Yeah,
Minneapolis. It's probably 0 degrees outside. People are like, I don't want to go shopping. Let me hire the Instacart guy to do it.
right. It's funny when you say 0. It was 22 below, so
Jeez.
it was a little bit worse than 0. 0 would have been nice,
Yeah, 0 would have
and
been balmy. Okay.
it would have involved me. I got pinged for an order, and you have to accept the order, and they tell you how much you're going to make, what store it's at, how far the drop off is the customer's house. So I just accepted, and I went to the store. As soon as you got to the store, it said load the shopping list, and I said okay. So I loaded the shopping list, and then I grabbed the item, can of corn, let's say, and then scan the barcode, and then it would go away. And then the next one would pop up, next one. Went down the list, and then once I got to the checkout counter, I was with Instacart delivery, and they just punch in a code. They actually scan a code at the checkout counter that you give them from your phone. You pay with your debit card, special debit card that Instacart gives you. You
Okay.
pack up and you go. And then once you do that, you say, I'm done shopping, or it actually says swipe to deliver. And then their address will pull up. The
Okay.
customer's address will pull up after that. And then you just hit locate or do your Google Maps, and off you go. And
Okay. You remember how much you made from that first order?
yeah, I think the first order was 13, 14 bucks. And the next one, I think that day I did 4 orders for that first day. So
Okay.
they're all roughly around there. And
Okay. What dictates your earning? Is it like the distance to the customer's house? Like, curious, how do they calculate that? Since it sounds like it varies per order.
yeah, it does vary per order. There's a couple different criteria. Number one is the size of the order, how many items. If they have heavy items in there, let's say cases of water or bags of dog food or something that's heavy
Okay.
in there, that will increase the cost too as well. And then the customer's tip, that will determine how much you're going to get paid on top of that, and the distance you travel too. So
Okay.
if the store is in my area, I'm around a lot of stores, so the store is 2 miles away. Most likely the order will be a little bit smaller, but if the store is 15 miles away, it'll be up a little higher, so.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna make it worth your while to compensate for that extra drive time, extra delivery time.
Yeah.
So with those first 4 orders, you're off to the races. You mentioned something earlier. It's like you have to pick your hours in the app. So this isn't like Lyft where you turn it on when you want to drive. This is like, okay, I need to commit to being available during these times.
Yeah, absolutely. And they do it a week ahead of time. You fill out what hours you're available. I think it's 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. So then you pick the ones you want or that are available. I had no trouble. I still don't have any trouble getting my hours, the ones I want.
What kind of time are you putting into this? Like, is it a pretty regular weekly schedule for you?
Yeah, normally at first it was just that weekend. And then I did like a Wednesday night and then Saturday and Sunday. And then I started doing, okay, I'll do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night, take off Thursday maybe, do a Friday night, Saturday and Sunday. And when I say night times, I mean after my regular job. So Monday from 5 p.m. to 9, Tuesday 5 p.m. to 9. This is after my
Okay.
daytime
Okay.
job. And then Saturday and Sunday, then I'll just do a full boat, like 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. or 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Whatever you want. I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
basically.
Full 8, 9, 10 hour day on the weekends.
Right. Exactly. Because I wanted to make more money.
Do you ever feel burned out after working the day job till 5 p.m., then turning on the Instacart app and driving till 9 p.m. and
Right.
then waking up and doing it all day Saturday and Sunday? That's like, when do you slow down? It sounds like that's a pretty
Well,
serious hustle.
yeah, it can be. I've had my kids. I have two grown kids come in from out of town over the summer. So you kind of take time, a day or two here and there off for that. Also, on the weeknights, it's not 100% go, 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 go. So sometimes you'll get 20 minutes in between an order. Sometimes it might get an hour. So you're just kind of sitting around
Okay.
doing nothing. And thankfully, I live in my area. So,
Okay. So if you don't have something, you could just go home, hang out until the next one comes in.
right, which is, like I said before, I'm located right in the middle of a lot of different stores. So it's very, very convenient. So I'll go
Okay.
home, grab something, or play around with the kiddo, my youngest one who's still at home, but and then get pinged and go.
And they're
It's
not paying you for that idle time. They're only paying you for when you are like physically making a delivery, either driving to the store, shopping in the store, dropping that delivery off, and it's like a fixed price per thing. Like if you're a slow grocery shopper, although I imagine after hundreds and hundreds of orders, you're a pretty fast grocery shopper now, and
yep,
you kind of know your way around town. But it's like, the quicker you can get that done, the better your hourly rate is going to be.
yeah, absolutely. As long as you're quick and you're fast, I know. Then that adds up like 35, $35. You can make it an hour. The next hour could be flat, so you're not you're not doing much. But for the most part, they try to keep you busy.
Do you know
But
in
yeah,
advance what that tip is going to be, or can you influence it through your charm, through your customer service skills, through your rapport
sure.
building when you drop off? How does it work?
Be speedy, be courteous when you're doing that. And when you get there, you know, unless they just want you to drop it off and leave, sometimes on the direction they say drop it at the front door and leave. But most of the time, most of the time, you knock on the door and they're home. It's a lot of young families that run across, so kids running around or doing yard work. So I just chat with them for a few minutes and, see how life's going and talk about, I don't know, garden up front or landscaping work they're doing or just little conversations that can kind of help and help with the app too and ordering. Sometimes I'll give them good suggestions. Well, at this particular store, I like those vegetables. I notice you order a lot of vegetables. Well, you should try the vegetables over at this store. They're
Okay,
really
okay.
good and that type of thing. So it, yeah, just got to be nice and courteous and be human, and works out. And then they have 3 days after that to add to the tip. So they can add immediately. They're up to 3 days. If they don't like it, they can take the tip off too.
Oh, geez. Have you had that happen?
I have not had that happen.
Okay.
No, no, I have not had that happen. No.
What's
So,
the like craziest customer story? Anytime you're dealing with the public, you're bound to run into some interesting characters. Like, curious what may have happened to you that potential Instacart delivery drivers would want to know about.
oh gosh, nothing too crazy yet. I've seen online stories about some people, weirdos answering the door half naked or whatever the case may be. I've had really good luck at running into good people. Maybe just a little bossy over the Texas. A little demanding. Um,
Okay.
I wish I had some good stories.
Stay safe. No, I'm glad you're safe. And it sounds like one thing that I would be curious about is, like, if I'm trying to do this in downtown San Francisco or something, yeah, there might be a large volume of orders, but I'm like, where am I going to park? Am I going to, get a ticket, like trying to drop this stuff off? I'm going to have to pay for parking. Like, what is that part of the equation look like for you?
For me personally, it, it's not an issue because I'm more in Suburbiaville, where I'm located.
Okay.
Um, but I read online and different stories of people. I think that would be horrible. Um, Running around downtown San Fran, for example, or Los Angeles or Seattle, wherever you're at.
Yeah.
Um, Even downtown Minneapolis here, same thing. But double parking, getting tickets, parking around the block, and then carrying 10 bags, around the block. Imagine that, and then up an elevator or stairs, another 3 or 4 flights, because everything's up the stairs downtown.
Yeah. There's some logistical considerations in
Right.
dense areas.
I fortunately have not really run into that. If a few apartment complexes where I just park I just park out front in the fire lane or whatever.
Right. I'll put my
And
flashers
then
on
just
and be quick about it. You mentioned some of these driver forums on Facebook or on Reddit. Like, what are other drivers complaining about? What do people not like about Instacart?
well, I see a lot of complaints, probably like the pay. How much you're paying me. Well, I'm not going to drive 30 miles for $12
Right.
and get 62 items worth of groceries. Well, hey, I agree. I wouldn't do that either.
So when
The
that
more
order comes up on your phone, like, are you obligated to accept it?
No, you just let it roll by. It gives you 4 minutes, and it has an annoying little time clock that ticks down. Anybody who does this knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And it click down to 4 minutes, and then just don't accept it. You can say it's too small, unfavorable driving distance, too big. There's a few different reasons you can hit, or you can make your own up, or you can just let it go.
Okay.
So you just ignore it. But they will kick you off after a few times of ignoring orders. It's kind of funny. It's weird. If you ignore, let's say, 4 orders in a row that are really terrible, like for $7 and no tip, which I've seen quite a bit here lately.
Okay.
I just ignore them, and then they say, "Oh, you're done for the night" on the app.
So they boot you off. Okay.
They boot you off, and then right away it says, "Are you ready to go shopping again?" I mean, immediately they boot you off. They said, "Resume shopping." I said, "Sure." Resume shopping, and then they send me the same crappy orders as soon as I resume shopping, and then that's only happened a couple times when I've been kicked off.
Okay.
A couple times in one night.
And does that go as like a black mark on your account or something?
No, it doesn't.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
excited to hear what you've been able to accomplish in a pretty short time in doing this. Now you're obviously putting in the hours to make this work, but the dollar totals have been pretty significant.
Yeah.
Kevin, is this something that you see yourself doing long term, or is there a specific monetary goal that you wanted to hit, or like curious where you see this going?
At first it was a monetary goal I wanted to hit. Wanted to get out a couple credit card debts that we had.
Okay.
Just pay off a few things. My car, older car, wanted to pay that off, and car repairs and just general stuff like that. I thought, well, let's do it. And then I started going, and then I started making a lot more than just paying off a $200 credit card, let's say.
Yeah.
So I can, make that on a Saturday sometimes. So it just started snowballing more and more. And I thought, well, once I hit, it was a couple of weeks ago. So once I hit 10 grand, I thought, well, I do have to pay taxes on this, of course, quarterly. So you got to be aware of that.
Sure.
Since you're a 1099er. I thought, well, let me just push it to 20 by the end of the year. That's kind of my goal.
All right.
And that won't be a problem at all. And then I maybe just back off on the hours, or who knows, keep it going more. It's right now I'm kind of in between stage. So
yeah, if you've still got the energy for it, it's still interesting and exciting for you, and you're not like burned out doing the 7 day a week schedule. I mean, that's
right.
To think about 20 grand on the side when the average family income is 50, that's That's a serious income stream. So,
Well, yeah, yeah, you can do it, but it's no joke either. It's what you make of it. It'd be really tough to make 2,000 in a week or something like that.
right.
But there's a limit, obviously. But you can make some decent side chain, and like I was sharing with someone else, paid for a vacation down in Florida in the wintertime. We're going on for $2,000. I was part of the money went to that, and that's kind of nice. And just extra stuff. So you just got to start doing something. I don't care what side hustle it is. This one I just happened to start, and relatively, I think, pretty good at it, and kind of made something out of it. But it's
Yeah.
not gonna go forever, and then I can replace it with something else, or stop doing it.
Well, it sounds like the focus plan has been working out very well. Kevin, appreciate you sharing kind of the inside scoop on what it's like to be putting in the hours as the Instacart driver on the side.
Sure.
And we'll catch up with you soon.